Hi, my name is Jack Rodemaker, and today I'm going to be presenting my marketing plan that I prepared for the Appleton West branch of the Sherwin Corporation. What I am going to accomplish in this presentation today is three things. Number one, I'm going to give you some background about the industry analysis and what the competition and competitive landscape looks like for the company. Two, I'm going to talk about my marketing plan and the different aspects of that. And then three, I'm going to show the financial projections and the reasons why we should implement my marketing plan. So just a little bit of industry background. As you can see, the industry has been growing slightly ever since 2008-2009 with 3.1% increase in store revenue over the past 5 years. And as you can also see, we're in a mature life cycle for this industry. So the number of paint companies has been decreasing over the past 5 years. And as you can see, it's going to continue to decrease all the way through the next 10 years. In 2016, the industry profit margin was 12.6%. And in 2017, it's predicted to have $11.5 billion worth of sales. There's a couple different products that are in this industry. Obviously, the biggest one is the interior paint, which makes up 44% of the total industry product revenue. Another very big one, though, that we're going to be looking at today is the equipment and supplies segment, which makes up 16.1% of total industry revenue. So if we're looking at what the projections for revenue are for the next year, this would equate to $1.85 billion in revenue just for this segment. When it comes to competition, there's a few different competitors. There's Hallman Lindsey and Diamond Vogel, which are direct competitors because they're specialty paint stores. And then they also have competition from the big box stores such as Home Depot, Lowe's, and Menards. Right now, they do have a pretty big market share with over $9 million of the current market with the 4 combined Sherwin-Williams stores, but there is obviously a lot of ground to make up. When it comes to customers, there's basically 2 customer types in the paint store industry. You have your DIYs, so that's your do-it-yourselfers, people like you and I who would want to paint our bedroom and buy a gallon of paint at a paint store. And then there's the professional paint contractors. So these are guys who it's their job to go out and do the painting. It's what they do professionally, and they run their companies. And as you can see, the customer population is made up of 70% DIY and 30% pro. So the large majority of the customers totally are DIY. However, if you look at the dollars spent by customer type in the Appleton area, 85% of the dollars coming in is from the professional painter industry. So the pro painters are really where the money's at in this industry. So quickly to review the 2016 for the Appleton West Sherwin-Williams location. They had $1,780,000 in sales in this past year. And off that sales number, they had a 40.1% margin. So with the margin, it was a final of $731,000. And in 2016, their operating profit after taking the costs out was $186,000. And for the brushes and rollers segment, which is the segment we talked about earlier, they only sold $65,000. So going off kind of what happened this past year, some of the goals and objectives that we have for this new marketing plan is we want to raise the store's annual profit, operating profit, to over $200,000. We want to increase the annual sales of brushes and rollers to $100,000. And we want it to increase the overall sales from our residential painting contractors marketing segment by 10%. For our store, you can see it's kind of segmented into 3 big segments. So obviously you have your DIY people, which we talked about earlier. You also have the residential painting contractors and your commercial painting contractors that comprise the professional painting contractors segment. And as you can see, for the first month of 2017, 56% of store sales came from the residential painting contractors. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and target those residential painting contractors. As you can see, as we showed earlier, they make up a big chunk of the store sales. And in the first month, they had over $73,000 in sales just from that market segment. So this is where the Appleton West location really specializes, is with the residential painting contractors. And that's the area we're going to target. So when it comes to positioning, Sherwin-Williams is led by its guiding principles. There's a couple of them: integrity, people, service, quality, performance, innovation, and growth. So what this means is, for the value proposition to residential painting contractors, is that they know that they're going to be working with the best Sherwin-Williams people, they're going to be getting the best service, and they're going to be getting the highest quality products to help them on the job site. When it comes to product positioning, Sherwin-Williams is really positioned as the top when it comes to people's minds as the best quality paint in the industry. and that's definitely the place where we're going to want to stay. When it comes to our product strategy, we have kind of narrowed it down to 3 main brushes we're really going to focus on. So we're going to be focusing on the brushes and rollers segment, and then specifically these 3 brushes. So you have your Purdy Clear Cut, your Purdy Pro Extra, and your Purdy XL. And these are paintbrushes that are going to help with a couple different things. One, the Clear Cut is very good at cutting into lines. It's the best in the industry at that. The Pro Extra is very good at holding amount of paint. So when you dip the paintbrush in the paint, it's going to hold the most paint in the industry. And the XL is the most versatile brush. And the great thing about the paintbrushes, and the reason we're going to be targeting these, is they have the highest margin out of all the store's product lines. So they have a margin of 43.1%. The reason for this is that we have actually, at Sherwin-Williams, already bought out the Purdy brand, so we get great margins on it, and it's a great product to target. So for our promotional strategy, we basically have 4 different types of promotions that we want to go through. We have the in-store advertising, we have a magazine insert we're going to use, some in-store sampling, and an outside sales rep. So the in-store advertising, that's just an in-store display that we're going to be setting up in the store right by the counter. And that's just to kind of get that cognitive stage, get people thinking about the different benefits and the features of the Purdy brush line. And then we already have an existing deal with the Fox Valley Builders Home Association. They make a magazine that they hand out at every parade and give us some ad space for free on that. So we're going to be utilizing that ad space to promote our Purdy brushes. And then some in-store sampling, so that's more of the effective stage where we're going to have contractors coming into the store, and our assistant manager is going to be giving some product demos, letting them try out the brushes for themselves, see what they like about it, and really so that they can understand the benefits of the Purdy brush line. And then finally, our biggest promotional activity we're going to do is hire a new outside sales representative. So right now there's 2 sales reps in the store's area, but neither of them focus on brushes. So this new sales rep is going to focus solely on paintbrushes and selling the paintbrushes to local contractors. For distribution strategy, we're also going to be hiring on a new delivery driver. So this is going to be someone who, when a contractor's on the job site and realizes that they need some more paintbrushes, the delivery driver is going to be able to come right to the work site, get them the paintbrushes so they don't have to make the trip to the store. So this is going to be a big benefit for people, and another reason just to buy those Purdy brushes from the Sherwin-Williams. We're also going to be having the outside sales rep, when they're out on the road, if they get a call from a big client and they need some paintbrushes real quick, their sales rep will be able to deliver them to them. And then obviously we're going to have some in-store distribution. So for pricing, we're going to be using a strategy-based pricing system. So this product is already seen as the premium, the highest quality in the minds of our customers. We're not going to do anything to change that, and we're not going to be offering any pricing cuts. And instead, we're going to be communicating the benefits and features of the Purdy brush line to increase the sales. So the pricing will remain just as you see it right here. So for our financial projections, if all of our objectives are met for our promotional activities, we're going to be hitting it's going to be $90,000 in costs, but that's going to lead to over $300,000 in sales with a final margin of $132,487. And overall, that's going to lead to an ROI of over 45% for the store. So in conclusion, if we implement this marketing plan, we're going to achieve all 3 of our objectives. So that would be, we're going to raise the store's operating profit over $200,000. We're going to be increasing brush and roller sales by well over $100,000. And we are going to be increasing the sales from the residential painting contractor market by well over 10%. So with that, I thank you for your time, and I look forward to getting this plan implemented. Thank you.